What's going on YouTube? This is Rodney with Rokot EDC with a today's carry video on 4/29/2020, and I wanted to put this back in the box. I've been carrying this one off and on with other knives that I carried during the week for my today's carry video series, but I wanted to get sort of a feel for this one before I did a review or overview or a show and tell or whatever. So I've been carrying this one in the background with my other knives that I carry. This is especially for one of my subs, Lion Knives. He seems really interested in this model and this brand, this company, which I have been steered more towards them as of late with a couple different knives that I've gotten. I like their products. This is a knife that I got off of a table sale through Love Them Knives. I got a great deal on it. Very happy. LTK Lee at Love Them Knives is a great guy, great channel, great content, and he does an extreme service for the knife community with all his testing and reviews and such, and it's much appreciated, brother. I really thank you so much for getting this out to me so quickly, and at the same time he sent me some channels, some stickers for my table, and a couple of koozies, and a nice Riat Crane production microfiber cloth, brand new in sealed packaging. So sweet. Haven't even took it out of the wrapper yet. I'm actually using one of these at work every day. I'm probably going to save this one in new condition and maybe give it away in a giveaway soon. But what we have here is the real steel Rokot. I wanted to put it back in the box so you could see the way the real steel knives come in a very nice thick hard box. You have the little pamphlet there you can pause and read, and it gives you some information on the knife. It's saying that it's a liner lock, it's Bowler N690, G10, 3.74 overall, a long blade length, 0.140 blade thickness, open length is 8.270, and weight is 3.95 ounce. Nice foam padding for shipping. Comes in a nice wrapped cloth, polishing cloth, with real steel stamped into it right there. Nicely done. Like I said, I did carry this off and on since I've had it, and I put it back in the box so you could see the presentation of it when you were to buy one. What drew me to this was seeing it on the table sale, and I had been looking at it, and I have a fascination with front flippers, and I really like this knife. The action on it is just great. It's flawless. It flips open easy with the thumb studs, and the front flipping action is very nice. It's very fluid. I like the pattern of the G10. It's very grippy, and while this is actually Morse code for the designer's name, a really nice touch. This is a Ivan D. Bragnet'S design. Am I pronouncing that right, y'all? Can you see that? If I get the camera to focus. Ivan D. Bragnet'S. Super nice blade. Good blade material. It's N690. It's riding on bearings. It is a liner lock, and we're seeing that it is about, not quite the entire frame liner lock, but we're probably talking about a good 20% lockup. It does have some light cutouts for you to be able to get your finger in there and release that bar, that liner. Blade centering is right down the center. Maybe just a, it's depending on how you hold it. It's right down the center. It has some jimping on the front flipper side and some jimping on the back side. So when you hold it in hand, you have two areas that you can grab and purchase on. Feels really good in hand. I don't feel any sharp edges on this knife besides the cutting edge itself. The pocket clip is a little pointy, but not overly obtrusive. I think that there could be some upgrades or improvement to this design because this G10 is so grippy and this pocket clip is such a deep carry. It does make it sort of awkward to get out of jeans because the combination of the clip pressure and the texturing on the scales, it really bites into the pocket. It also has a lanyard option. I don't know what you could get through there. There is not much room, but there is a cutaway. I'm thinking about coming in here and milling this area out. As long as it doesn't affect anything else, you can see that it flows in to that area. If I can get that to focus. And that would be a good option to have a small little lanyard or a bead or a pull stud or some sort on there to assist in pulling that out of the pocket. That would be an improvement that I would definitely do to this knife and probably will. I think that it is definitely a nice front flipper. It has a perforated, what you call that, vented, I guess, back spacer. There's a name for that. You guys can hit me up in the comments and tell me what that is. Flow through, you know, where it's Real Steel does that on a couple of their knives. The Metaphor is the same way, and it's just escaping me at this moment. But again, the action on this is just sweet. There is skeletonization on the liners, which reducing the weight. There is no blade play, no lock rock. Feels really good in hand. That clip does grab you just a little bit when you bite it. When you grab it and purchase it, it does have a slight sharpness to it, but there is no sharp edge. It's totally radiused and polished and buffed. It's not sharp by no means, but it does give a bite to the hand depending on how you grab it. Now, depending on where you spin it in the hand, if I hold it here, I don't feel it at all because it's going into the palm, into the center of my palm. But when I wrap farther around, I do feel it slightly. This is a very sharp knife. Cuts paper no problem. It's N690, as you can see right there. Well, there you go, N690. And it has his moniker on there, Ivan Bragnet'S. It almost looks similar to another knife that I have, Vitelli Knives, or China high-end EDC has a moniker that is very similar to that. Forgive me for the notification it's got. Again, I didn't cut them off. It was today's Bible verse. Anyway, I just wanted to show this. I do like it. This is a keeper. It's one I will not be getting rid of. Again, modify it for more of a through hole for the lanyard. And that's about it. This is a great knife. Drop shut. The thumb studs work perfect. And for those front flipper guys out there, just got to get that thumb roll just right and it will work perfect. So any of you thinking about getting a reel steel, and I've had some other reel steels that were to be desired, like the cut jack. Not real big fan of the cut jack, even though it's a nice knife. I think this one is stars above the cut jack. For a blade length, we're looking at right at cutting edge 3" 750 is what they advertised, and an overall open length, I'm looking at 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, about 8 1/4. And is that what they said? Let's pull this back out. Compare. I like to compare to what the advertiser says it is. And it's saying 8" 270, so it's probably 8" 270, and I'm guessing an 8 1/4. And I said 3 3/4 length blade, and they're saying 3" 740. So I'm guessing they're right. Let's take my fancy high dollar Mitutoyo calipers here, and I'm getting 143 thousandths, and they're saying 140. And these are 2 place decimals, so I'm guessing you got a plus or minus 10 or 15 or 20 thou range. When I have prints at work, depending on the customer, usually 2 place decimal means plus or minus 10 thou, which is a ball field in my business. For a weight, we're looking at 3.93 ounces, and they said 3.95, so it's right there at it. And grams, we're looking at 111.5 grams. So, you know, this is a 4" knife, roughly, almost. It's literally an ounce an inch. Again, I really like the texture on this. I like the design feature, the keys of where the Morse code is the designer's name. How cool is that? It has standard slotted straight screwdriver option to take this apart. LTK did a disassembly and reassembly on his channel before he sent this to me. Unless he has another one, he might have 2 for all I know. But I'm not going to take the time to show that right now. I'm going to continue to carry this and play with it and use it and get it dull and resharpen it and see how it takes an edge. So I really appreciate you watching. I thank you for your time. Line Knives, I hope you've enjoyed this overview, review. The main flaw I see in this knife is the somewhat upward pointed pocket clip, which I love the deep carry, and that the screw is completely recessed, so there's no screw head sticking up there. It is reversible for right or left carry. Thumb studs are on both sides for right or left handed people, and of course the front flipper works with right or left handers. So this is a fully ambidextrous lefty righty type knife. So I really appreciate you watching. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment below. I enjoy talking with you. This is Rodney with GearCore EDC with today's carry, the Real Steel Rokot, however you want to pronounce it. God bless. Take care. Bye now. Stay sharp.